So why they constantly want Naomi out of the palace is because she always has a way of seeing things, that wants to happen to the Ooni of Ife. Just as it is right now, she has been able to see and know that the Ooni of Ife was actually caged, The Ooni of Ife was caged, and that is exactly what Naomi saw in her dreams. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to D&Z TV. At D&Z TV, we are here with one mandate, and that mandate is to make sure that we give you every up-to-date information of everything that is happening in the royal palace, and also as it pertains to the entertainment industry. So if you've not subscribed to our channel, this is the opportunity for you to subscribe to our channel. Click on the notification button, comment, like, and share this video. So it is no more a statement, it is no more a joke, or it's no more a prank that the Oni has actually been having a lot of issues with the wives. They've been having consistent issues, and since Naomi returned, it is actually it has been actually been very critical, for her, for him as the Oni to remain relevant, especially now that all the wives seems to be giving him a lot of headache and a lot of challenges and everything. So be that as in may, Naomi is constantly standing in the gap for the Ooni of Ife. Why Naomi continues to stand in the gap for the Ooni of Ife is because depending on how you look at things, Naomi still remains a very detribalized person, not minding what they've made her to go through, not minding all the hiccups, all the challenges, all the stress that she's been passing through. She has still remained very active, when it comes to anything that concerns Oni. As a matter of fact, she takes out time from a very tight and busy schedule to see that she prays and intercedes for the Oni. So this particular day, she slept, and in the night, God revealed a lot of things to her. God revealed a lot of things to her. Imagine seeing a king who is caged. When a king is caged, it denotes a whole lot of things. So in the dream, Naomi saw a very big grand palace, and in that palace it had gleaming towers which shrouded in ivy and neglect. Within it was in a glided cage of iron and gold. Now, this palace was so big that nobody could comprehend, nobody could understand, nobody could even imagine. And on top of the palace, Queen Naomi now saw the Ojaja sitting comfortably. His crown was tarnished. Nothing was really happening. Now, his crown was tarnished. He still rested upon his brow, a symbol of throne he could no longer touch. The cage was his prison. He now saw that he was inside a very, very big cage, but it was also more like a place of worship and sanctuary, a place where he could watch his kingdom fade without having to face his reign. Now, in that same dream, Queen Naomi now saw a ruler who is renowned. His name whispered with reverence across the land, but power he learned too late was a double-edged sword. His trusted advisor, who came in the form of an Ifa priest, had orchestrated a coup, trapping Ojaja in his cage under the guise of protection. The people were told that King Ojaja had gone mad, that the cage was for his own good, and so they believed. Now, each day, Naomi sat in silence, her eyes fixed on the horizon. She watched as the fields grew barren, the rivers dried, and the people grew weary. He longed to break free, to reclaim his throne and restore his kingdom. But the cage was enchanted, its bars unyielding, its lock unbreakable by mortal hands. One evening, as the sun dipped below the hills, a young girl approached the palace. Her name was Naomi, a peasant from the outskirts of the Ibadan kingdom. She had heard that the tales of the caged king and had come to see him for herself. When she reached the cage, she knelt before Ojaja. Her eyes were with curiosity and hope. "Why do you kneel, my child?" asked Ojaja, with a voice very hoarse of years of disuse. "Because you are my king," she replied, "and I believe you can save us." Ojaja's heart ached at her words. "I am no savior," he said. "I am a prisoner, powerless to help anyone." Naomi shook her head. "Power doesn't come from a throne or a crown. It comes from the heart. You may be caged, your spirit is still free." Her words stirred something deep within him. For the first time in years, Ojaja felt a flicker of hope. He reached through the bars, his fingers brushing against hers. In that moment, the enchantment on the cage wavered, its magic weakened by the purity of Naomi's faith. With a strength he thought long lost, Ojaja pushed against the bars. They groaned, then bent and finally broke. He stepped out of the cage, his legs unsteady, but his resolve firm. Naomi smiled up at him, her faith unwavering. Together, they left the palace, ready to face the challenges ahead. The road to reclaiming his kingdom could be long and fraught with danger, but Ojaja knew he was no longer alone, for in the heart of a child, he had found the key to his freedom and the strength to be the king, to be the kind of king his people deserved. And so, the caged king walked free, his spirit unbroken, his purpose renewed. The kingdom could rise again, not because of his crown, but because of the hope he carried within. So, this dream that Naomi had, now at this juncture now was when the point Naomi now woke up and she screamed. As she screamed like that, that was how the king now rushed to her chambers. King was like, "Naomi, what is it?" Naomi was able to explain the whole dream to the king. He explained the dream, and when Naomi finished explaining the dream to the king actually understood. You know, when one gets a dream from two different places, it kind of gives a confirmation of what the gods are trying to bring out. Because dreams come in different levels and different understanding. And right now, Naomi, the gods have actually passed a very important message to the king through dreams. And if the Ooni decides to take this dream very, very serious, then the possibility of reclaiming the throne is actually there. But if he does not take heed to this dream and allow it slide, based on, it's not just a dream, You cannot tell what God is actually trying to protect. God has a way of bringing some information, to the foreknowledge. And when this information come like this, it has one thing to achieve. It's meant to make you change a level, change a dimension, change an understanding, change a different perception of what was supposed to happen that has not happened. So, my people, this is the dream Naomi had concerning the Oni. And I wish and pray the Oni takes it very seriously.